everybody. Today is June 27th, 2025, and the point of this video here today is to follow in the footsteps of the great scientists before me in obviously a more modern fashion. So, when Newton learned that Leibniz was about to publish a book on calculus, he had to lay claim to his intellectual property by publishing something first. And that's what this video is for. I just want to publish my idea. And the reason is because I have a research idea that may be absolutely groundbreaking, but in order to actually join a lab as a senior biophysics undergraduate or upcoming grad student to check whether my idea is right, I need to be able to share my idea publicly so people can know what I want to do. But unfortunately, in today's world, it is too easy for young people to get taken advantage of intellectually, so I thought it would be a good idea to publish this idea publicly so everyone knows uh, about it. Okay, here's the idea. General relativity states that time is relative, and certain factors, such as speed and gravity, can affect the rate at which time proceeds. And humans have experimentally proved this. They've put atomic clocks on the ground and in super fast planes up high in the atmosphere, and they've proved that those atomic clocks come out of sync due to relativistic effects. So, according to general relativity, greater gravity will cause time to move slower. The example that is commonly used is there are two twin brothers, one stays on Earth, and one travels out near a black hole. So time will go slower for the traveling twin due to gravity, and when the traveling twin returns home, he will have aged slower and will be younger than the twin who stayed. This, though, the second part is the part I think that physicists may be getting wrong, because time is relative, but does the perception of time equal the rate of aging? I think not. Why is this significant? Because general relativity is all about perceptions, how person A perceives something versus how person B perceives something. So think of the Kelly brothers, right? Those were two brothers, two twin brothers, where one spent a year in space and the other just lived on the ground here on Earth. So Scott Kelly, who went to space, seems a lot younger than his twin who stayed on Earth. So if you look at two pictures of them, Scott Kelly does look younger. And actually, he is younger, technically, because when he came back, they did a bunch of research on him, and they saw that his telomeres had been lengthened. And I will link the paper that states this in the description, Bailey et al. However, Scott Kelly was in an environment with less gravity. He aged younger. So what may be going on here? So, what I think is the perception of time is linked to a biological phenomenon called the fusion flicker frequency, or FFF, which is what I'm going to refer to it, which is the frequency at which a flickering light appears continuous, um, or or rather, think about frames per second. So, how many frames per second can the brain process and then think that's smooth? And that's different between different animals. Um, so, for example, flies will experience more frames per second than an elephant, and flies, they age much faster. And if you're a fly, imagine if the fly swatter, like you swat a fly, that's going to be, your hand is going to look really slow to the fly. And if you're an elephant, you can figuratively watch the grass grow. Like your perception of time is going to be a lot faster. But that's the thing is the FFF, that's perception of time, but that I think is inversely related to the rate of aging, since flies technically age faster, a lot faster than elephants do. So that implies that a slower perception of time or high gravity may correlate to faster aging, and so the twin near the black hole would age faster, not slower. And so if the twin would come back to Earth, unlike in Interstellar, the twin who went to the black hole would be a lot older. And this would revolutionize the way we view Einstein's thought experiments and the way we manage the effects of space travel and health. Uh, I personally would love to be able to compare the lifespans of bacteria subjected to different relativistic parameters to see if time perception is inversely related to aging. I plan to test gravity by growing several identical cultures, with half of them being located in standard lab conditions here on Earth, and the other half growing in identical standard lab conditions out in space, with gravity being the only factor. And, and then I would analyze the growth rates between them by looking at the perhaps size of the colonies or the density or something like that. Thank you for watching. This is Remedy Kaplan. I plan to keep you guys updated if I do find anything on this. Thank you and goodbye.